Production.
What is good, squad? We are looking at Marathon Digital Holdings here. Now, I want to mark out this zone right up into the $40 range, $36 to $40. I'm not saying we're going to get into that range, but it is our next resistance. Even if you're just looking back towards here, which is December 2021, the highest price we made was around 40.52, right? Before we continued our downside. Now, it looks to me like it's acting as a magnet in that range. I could be a little bit biased because these crypto miners just have been absolutely ripping. But what we need to pay attention to is what happens after a move like this. And this is, again, like, I'm not trying to sell a dream on this channel by any means. I'm trying to have an objective perspective on the markets and give you guys my honest opinion of what I think we should be looking at from a technical perspective. Now, what we need to pay attention to is look at the 8 EMA here. We're on the weekly time frame. Let's look back to 2020 and 2021, okay? Look at the 8 EMA, right? So we get quite extended from this 8 EMA and then we make our way back. We get quite extended and then we make our way back. And this happens multiple times, okay? We then break below and we stay below. We break below, we revisit until we find a new base and then the same thing again. What I'm trying to say is the price likes to return back to the 8 EMA, no matter if it's an uptrend, no matter if it's a downtrend, no matter if it's a sideways trend. The price will always come back to the 8 EMA. Now, when we look at Mara, we're sitting right now at around $31 a share. The 8 EMA is back down at $20 a share. Now, am I saying this is going to come back to $20? No, relax. What I'm saying is we need to pay attention for when a pullback does come, that it could lead us towards wherever this 8 EMA is. So again, it'll tend to come back towards it, whether it makes a 20% correction or more. It's likely that we're going to see this come back to the 8 EMA in the next coming weeks, potentially after the ETF approval, which they are expecting to happen before January 10th. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's just imagine what a period of consolidation would look like. Okay, look at this move here. Okay, this move is huge. If we're going off the very low, this move from the very low is around 340% plus. Let's say we go a little bit higher. If things get real crazy in the next few weeks and this goes up to like 400, 500% from that low in October, it's probably going to give us a large period of consolidation. Okay, so what do we need to pay attention to? We need to pay attention to how close we stick to this new resistance that we're going to be battling, right? So it could look something like this, where we have months of sideways accumulation before we get a move to the upside, right? So when we're looking at like a monthly time frame, it could be something like that, where we have this long few months of consolidation sideways, where we see the price swing very aggressively. Like I'm talking 38-40%. That would make sense to me. It would give us an opportunity to buy a massive dip, get a strong bounce to the upside, and then again continue to get closer and closer to this resistance wherever it's going to be before we get this new breakout to the upside. I do think overall a lot of the crypto miners are going to end up a lot higher than where they end this year in 2024, but not before they have a long period of consolidation. So just be aware of that. I don't want, I've been in these markets for not an insane amount of time, but in 5 years being in the crypto space, you start to get an idea of what things could potentially look like. So I just wanted to bring that up. Like, even if we look at this right here, the price rips from November 2020 to April 2021, right? 2,000%. It then hits a massive consolidation of 66%, and it goes sideways from April 2021 to October 2021. That's several months before we get a new high. This is something we should probably be aware of. I just want to give you guys the heads up. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's just when you start to buy after things get very far extended from the 8 EMA, you create more risk. Obviously, the risk to return here isn't as gorgeous as it was at the beginning of October or the beginning of 2021. But that's what we're looking for, and that's the breakdown here on Mara. Peace, guys.